Hey, Mike here. This is a video reply to Freestyle OMG's video, something nice, something cool, something not so cool. Within the video, he describes how he's got this door that he's very new to Redstone, and he's got this door, and it's very messy wiring, of course, you know, as we all are when we first start with that stuff. And this is my reply showing how I would tackle this door. First off, the door in question, it was a 2x3. I assume that it was opening. He had it open 2 up, 2 down, and 1 on each side. I assume that's because he couldn't get all 3 to open on one side, or it might also be because he had it in the basement of a cathedral and going with kind of a church theme. Maybe he wanted the top and the sides to open separately to be kind of like a cross design, you know. So here's mine. As you can see, the middle opens first, and then the top and the bottom open at the same time. And so now I'm going to show you how I did that. So this is a very compact design, as you can see. It only goes out 2 blocks on either side. And at the very top, it goes up 2 blocks, and at the very bottom, it goes down 1 block, or technically 2, because the wiring has to sit on something. Now, I understand that, you know, you may not fully understand the concept of why one light would be on, one light would be off. I'll try and explain that as I go along here. Right now, everything is receiving power. I'll just go ahead and turn off the power. There we go. So here it is by default. The switch is on the wall right here. This is what the switch is, and it goes kind of down some stairs, and it meets up with the main line, right? It goes underneath here, and it meets up with 2 repeaters in the bottom. These repeaters are because Redstone has to be going in a straight line towards the piston for the piston to work properly. Otherwise, only one of these pistons will fire, and it's just less confusing to power them using repeaters. The line continues over here and activates the torch on the other side as well. Now, the thing with these torches is that while this block that this torch is on counts as basically one power unit, let's say. And so that is why the redstone goes into the base of the block. So when the redstone powers this block, this torch is attached to the block directly, and when a torch receives power, it turns off because it naturally generates its own power. So you can think of it like a battery, I guess. The top is the plus, and the bottom is the minus. And when the minus gets power, the plus gets no power, and vice versa. Now, since this block, this redstone torch is directly below this block, it is providing power to this block, which, of course, in turn, disables the torch. And because this block on top of it is not receiving any power, the torch powers itself. And this continues all the way up to here. And then the redstone itself, when it's directly next to the torch, it gets powered on and off by the torch itself. So if the redstone is connecting to the block, then you can turn the torch on and off. And when the redstone is connecting to the torch, then it's actually the redstone that turns on and off instead. And then this connects directly to that one, and this side connects directly to that piston. And right now the pistons are off, so they're retracted. And this is a grand way of going up walls when you have a very small space. You can even put a switch. You could even put probably, I don't know for sure, you may be able to put a block directly next to the wall so that it's flush with the wall all the way up. Now, if you go all the way down to the bottom, this torch is on, and this redstone is off. Everything is open right now because this piston is directly next to the redstone, the torch. If it's directly next to it, then the torch provides the power. And since this torch is off, this is not receiving any power, and therefore the door is open. So now, if we go up to the switch, we turn that on. Now, the switch is providing power to the redstone, which then goes into this block. This block is powered, and therefore this torch is not powered, and it goes all the way up. This torch is powered because it's eventually got that way, and because it's powered, it's providing power to these lines, which of course activates the pistons, and that takes care of the top pistons. On the way up, the torch that's directly next to the side piston is powered, and therefore it's on. And at the bottom, the line splits off and connects to these two repeaters, which then provide power to these pistons, which then turn them on. Now this is the simplest design I could come up with using a switch. There are other designs where I have further on in my map where there's touch pads on the bottom here, and the touchpad, when you step on it, will open the door. So it'll be an automatically open door, like Star Trek or any of the space movies. That requires a little bit more wiring because in order for the doors to stay closed, they have to be powered, and the touchpad doesn't supply any power by itself. It's just an on-off switch when you touch it. So, where am I going with this? So you have to provide some torches here and there to power that, and then it gets a little bit more complicated. But here is here again, here's my answer. I hope you find it useful. I hope it's clear enough for you. If you don't, well, I hope someone else finds it useful. I had fun making it. I have fun making my wiring. And that's everything. How do you like the texture pack, by the way?